Questions raised after the Supreme Court lifted restrictions on federal immigration enforcement. Some are worried this will lead to racial profiling.
The court overruled two lower courts which had imposed temporary restraining orders after determining that ICE was targeting people primarily on race, ethnicity, or language.
KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz heard from a law professor.
Curtis, the big question among many is racial profiling legal now? And for now, federal immigration agents in LA and across the nation can continue to decide who to stop and detain for questioning based solely on one or a combination of four factors. These are the four reasons that federal immigration agents can consider if they see you and demand proof of U.S. citizenship: your ethnicity, the job you have, the language you're speaking, and your location. For the Trump administration, this means that they can keep carrying out immigration raids without the fear of being accused of violating court orders. So say in a place like Sacramento, if you live among immigrants, hablas español, you speak Spanish, or you have brown skin, those are already enough reasons that a federal agent might consider demanding proof of citizenship, which is why it's raised concerns about the violation of the Fourth Amendment, which says that government agents may not stop and detain people without reasonable suspicion that there is a legal basis to do so. Today, we heard from a law professor who talked about the statement that Justice Brett Kavanaugh released agreeing with the decision, where he explained that he believed that the government should not be hindered in using the strategy for now, saying apparent ethnicity alone cannot furnish reasonable suspicion, adding that under this court's case law regarding immigration stops, however, it can be a relevant factor.
And the fact that the Justice Department, when it argued, when it submitted its arguments in writing to the Supreme Court, asking for the Supreme Court to intervene on its behalf, placed a lot of emphasis on a Supreme Court decision from 1975, in which the Supreme Court said that it was permissible for Border Patrol agents near the Mexican border to stop and question passengers in vehicles if they looked Mexican. They said Border Patrol agents can look at such features as mode of dress and hairstyle. That is, it's sort of constitutionalizing fashion sense. And Justice Kavanaugh's decision issued just yesterday relies heavily on that 1975 decision, United States versus Brignoni Ponce, bringing it into the 21st century, but not only that, expanding it well outside of the geographic limitations from 1975 at or near the U.S.-Mexican border.
Now, this ruling is not final, but right now the Supreme Court is allowing federal agents to continue using aggressive tactics in their immigration operations as litigation plays out.
So should people carry documentation to prove their citizenship?
Yeah, Lisa, we heard from one local immigration attorney who told me that U.S. citizens are not required to carry any type of proof of their citizenship on them at any given time. But he says that after yesterday's decision, it might actually be a good idea to carry some sort of proof of citizenship.
All right. Thank you.